Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Elena Cherkina and I'm a lifestyle medicine advocate helping middle-aged people with evidence-based strategies improve their well-being and longevity. And today I want to talk about very important topics to all of us. It's about kindness. Kindness is collapsing, why the world is getting colder and how we all can fix it with evidence-based strategies. Kindness is collapsing, and this is a fact. By definition and by the science, only around 10 to 15% of people, of human, are truly kind, naturally kind, as a talent. Stress, burnout, modern environment are destroying empathy globally, worldwide. They're getting colder. They have less empathy. Fake kindness is rising, fake compliments, fakeness in general, and a real kindness is disappearing. Our nervous system is on survival mode, not in connection mode. They struggle with connection, they struggle to know what to do, how to get closer to relative, to loved one, how to build up new relationships and get connected even to ourselves. People feel much more alone, loneliness critically high. They feel less safe, not protective, and much more reactive. Anxiety growing, depression rising up. People can't even cope with daily tasks. Today, we need to learn the science of kindness and how we can rebuild it. So what is kindness? What is it? It's not being nice. No. Agree with someone and become a doormat is not solution. The kindness is reduction of suffering. And sometimes we might feel this person is cruel, but they don't see kind because they don't understand definition what kindness is. It's not giving you. It's not providing you. Because we know then we give you, we provide to you. It's not only kindness, it's not reduction of your suffering, but quite often it's getting even worse. You suffer even more as you believe. So yes, you get something from kind people or from forced kindness, and as a result, you suffer even more. And it's not kindness. It's prolongation of your suffer. It's not solution. So kind person, truly kind person, reducing your suffer, even sometimes with painful steps, but the action are developed to reduce your suffer in future. So that might include empathy, is creating the very firm and very strong boundaries, it's responsibility, it's repair for relationships, and of course it's consistency. It's consistency to go to the goal, it's patience. It's come from identity, not from performance. It's not how quickly you get there, how much, but what you get as a result of your actions. Consistent action. Kindness is amazing strength. It's not a weakness. And we need to learn, recognize without fear, accept boundaries, understand why we witness them. Kindness predicts our health, our longevity, stress resilience, neuroticism, and general well-being. The world misunderstands kindness and pays a crucial price, and we all here now can change it. We can rebuild it with daily strategies, with daily habits, daily actions, with every single of us. Start to rebuild this kindness with a knowledge, with a patience, and more importantly, with consistency. That we'll be able to rewire ourselves to be kinder, and the world around us will be kinder and less stressful. Let's talk about spectrum of kindness, and they have 4 human categories. As I said before, as I mentioned, the gifted kindness, if you like, from God, is genetically rewired, everything, and neurons and microbiomes. It's a combination of so many different parameters of personalities. The science still define why somebody is gifted kind and is easy, so natural for them. they're consistent, they're calm, they're stable, and more important, you can predict their actions. If you know the person's actions, if you know they're available at all time, if you know they're not gonna overreact to you, you know what to expect, that's probably a kind of person. It doesn't imply that you're unexpected actions. I would say, like, at all time, every single surprise, not predictable actions, unpredictable plans. Now, if you act unpredictably, if you can't plan properly, if you can't be consistent, you're already far away from being kind. Kind person never gonna play, never gonna manipulate with you, because consistency of your actions is a crucial foundation of kindness. You consistently on the time, you consistently deliver your promises, you consistently available, you consistently present, you consistently here in the moment, and this is foundation of kindness. When they have a learned kindness, and majority of people, 60 up to 70%, they learn kindness within our society, within our culture. What is the culturally being kind on your country, by your culture, you know, by being online or at your school or your workplace? And is the kind only these people only when safe, and then the stress appearing or something going not as planned, or the stress event appearing, the harshness and unpredictable behavior appearing. So if you know you might be super cruel, unpredictable sometimes, and this is caused by the stress or the change of environment, so this is a good sign that you learn kind, and you have to learn how to go through this stressful time and be also kind even during harsh times. Forced kindness. Forced kindness, people forced to be kind. Actually, they don't want to be kind, and actually they hate all the world between us. They really dislike things. They have to smile, they have to do the job because of law, regulations and stuff. There's a 50 to 25%. They're charming. They really want to sell you something. They're very good in marketing. They're very good in business, or they doing the jobs they have to by terms of regulations to be kind, by law, by enforcement. That's why it's a forced kindness, because they don't really want to be kind to you, but we have to, because it's compliance, and they have a fear if they weren't kind or they wouldn't act kind, they will be punished and they have losses. They might lose their job, money or power or something. Of course, this is not kind people, because they've been forced to be kind. And dark kindness. Dark kindness, with different words, is sociopath and psychopath, very dangerous. And all should learn how to recognize this dark kindness. They're manipulative. They're manipulators. They are strategic. So we give you kind gesture to get out of you much as they can. They're very good businessmen. They're very good CEO of the companies. They are true psychopaths or even sociopaths. Sociopaths might be as well forced kindness and dark kindness. And these people, literally unchangeable. It's very hard to teach them something, and we all need to learn how to recognize them, because they're quite successful. We're doing a good job. All manipulation, all these strategic things that we mainly kind people or learning kindness might be hooked by this minority, and they're thriving at the roof. They're very successful, they're very good businessmen, and they are actually, apart that they having money, they might be quite dangerous for general society. They need to be, all of us, careful and learn what exactly they can do. And I'm going to talk it a little bit later. So most conflicts come from confusing these types, and then you take the dark kindness as a true kindness, then the learned kindness or the forced kindness, and we should not confuse, and they should now understand where category you are and what you can do to improve and go the step up, and you can always go one step higher. And today we're going to learn what to do strategic step by step. Okay, let's talk about gifted people. Gifted people, not all of them, only 10%. This means out of 100, only 10 people, or out of 10, only one person would be truly kind. And of course, everybody wants to be friends with this person. They're very high in agreeableness, and most importantly, they're low in neuroticism. They will stay calm. They're emotionally stable. You can predict what they're gonna do, how they're gonna act. They're warm even under pressure. The kindness doesn't collapse. They might close down a little bit, but they still act as kind. Boundaries with compassion, not by a fear. Because neuroticism is linked to the fear, if you are low neuroticism, congratulations, and you're kind in general, you're giving and you are agreeable, it's very easy, agree, go to conclusions with you. Congratulations, you're probably gifted person to be kind. These people apologize quite quickly. They trying to repair relationships, they're trying to find a solution, and they're trying to find an agreement and find agreement quite quickly without shout, without a lot of distress. They do it without acting. It's very natural for them, very fast. So they don't really need to think too long about the strategy, how to make this work. You know, some people, let me think about it. And this is strategic kindness or forced kindness. The people can't tell you solution, can't agree on the time. They need to think about it. And this is a quite good signal. If a person can't agree, they need a lot of time, that means they're strategic. And you have to be careful with those forced kindness and strategic people, because remember category, these people might be just psychopath. Yeah, so let me come back to you tomorrow, after tomorrow. Let me think about things that they're trying to think the best solution for them. So that is a good, understandable. With truly kind people, you can resolve the issue, resolve the conflict, to find a solution here and now, very quickly and very effectively. And more importantly, they'll be stable and consistent. That's great, isn't it? And they want that, but unfortunately, it's not happening. They have majority of that. It's only with 1 out of 10 is not a lot. So the majority of us need this time. They learn kindness. We need to think about it. But we have to know, if you meet this kind of person, if you see it's not his weakness, it's not because he's an idiot or stupid or not intelligent enough. He's agreeable and he can easily agree on different things, and they're consistent. Now, it's a treasure in front of you. Please take care of it and try not to lose it, because these people don't act. They don't act kind. They just automatically, their brain already rewired. That's why it's so quick. That's why we don't need to sleep on it, to think about it, to come back to you about the solution. They rewired and got automatically very fast. It's their habit. They born with this and they can't act differently. They know they're stable, and after tomorrow, week, month and years, they still be the same. And this is the great thing about them. So they don't really need reward, because they don't think about reward. It's automatic. It's automatic and it's so natural. And there is no pressure. They feel it's very easy, very quickly. They just can't live differently. They need to think if they need to act differently, and they'll feel under the pressure, and usually people don't like it. Yeah? So they live in present, they decide in the present, and it's coming from all their heart and within all the gut feelings is there, rewired like that. The kindness is in identity level, is their personality, is not situational. So as I said, it's not like, oh, everything now in my life is super good, I'm gonna help you, but tomorrow then I'm gonna struggle and don't even expect me. No, kind people are gonna be by your side, even they struggle themselves. You even wouldn't find out they are in so much struggle, because it's natural for them. Whatever it's happened, they still will find time for you, to find the time for you. So consistency is there all the time. During the dark times in their life and the good times in their life. Average kindness, majority of us, this is a learning kindness, is very kindness rested. When everything is well, when everything is good, they're quite kind, and they're harsh and overwhelmed or stressed, they have an anxiety or depression, then things go wrong. They're losing the job, there's something not as they planned, they're turning into very irritable, very harsh person. They might be So actually, this is not predictable. So they were very nice, and the next day were very, very, very bad because they have headaches, because somebody pushed them in a train, or they missed the train, or something as well. So there's a lot of things going on. So they're unpredictable, really. Majority of us are like that. So we can think they're true harsh people, manipulators, you know, true psychopath. But no, they just learn. They learn kindness. They need the time. They have emotional exhaustion shrinks kindness in them. It's very important to have a good environment. It's very important to have stress reduction and less stress around them. And this is neuroticism is linked in. So these people usually average or high neuroticism. Nervous system rules behavior more than values. And as we discussed, neuroticism, I have a special lectures about neuroticism because, again, this is a lot of genetics involved. 50% of this is genetics. And of course, true kindness was genetics and the way how the GABA, microbiomes, serotonin, neurotransmitters working all together. This is a very, very complex genetic preposition, and it's not only thing that we can rewire, can make ourselves kind. No, it's a lot of things inside. It's a culture, it's a stress, it's economy, do they live truly by their values? Do they know their values? And that sort of things combine this things together. They're not bad people, yeah. So in average person, and learning kindness, these people are average. They're normal human, and they're just depleted. And if you have a stressful life, and we have now a lot of inflammation biomarkers, for example, obesity. That's why there's so much anxiety, so many anxiety and depressions, because these people can't be kind anymore. They're overreactive because we have constant inflammation process happening in their gut, within the body. And of course, sending the inflammation signal, alert signal to the brain, something's going on, help, do something. And the human, we don't understand what's happening. So what's happening? Why are you getting mad? Why is it so bad? And of course, in the middle age, during menopause and andropause, all that going to the peak. So it's the hardest time. And if you're in your 40s, 50s, and you feel that way, your mood change, you're restless, that is why. And I have a lot of strategies I'm talking in my channel in regular basis, how we can identify them and improve them. So, forced kindness. Forced kindness is quite mean people. They're not naturally kind, they're not even average. I would say they're naturally mean in general, but they're driven by fear. They want money, and they know if I wouldn't act here X, Y, Z kind, I'm probably gonna lose benefits, I'm gonna lose system, I'm gonna lose a lot of things. Yeah, so it's like snakes, it's rats. It's not really very nice human beings. It's more animals who adapted very nicely into this society. They quite this forced kindness is quite often the people who've been forced to move, as refugees, as service workers, that you have to be kind in the hotels, for example, or they work in tourism, that you have to be kind to somebody because they pay your money, but you really disagree, or somebody being mean to you, but you have to smile back and you have to pretend that everything is fine, but it's not fine. And actually it's very dangerous. Forced kindness is killing you inside out. And even if you're generally forced to be kind because of law, because of regulation, you can't force it. It's a killer. It's number one killer. And that's these people's smiles that doesn't reach eyes. So actually it will be like this, that smile, like people smile, but they're not smiling. They have zero intention to smile. They hate all the world. They smile just to show their teeth, and because they have to. This is an emotional labor. So they're burning out. These people depleted. It's resettlement. They say be positive, be happy. Just smile, be happy. Be happy, don't worry, be happy. Well, it's not working this way. It's destroying yourself. It's not kindness. It's not even beneficial. It's more than killing inside out. Know you look kind, nor you look happy, nor is beneficial to you in general. And let's talk about the worst kind of people is dark kindness, is 1 to 4%, is psychopath, is they're narcissists, they're extremely likable at first. And you might think, oh my God, he or she is so beautiful, so confident. The kindness is there as a weapon and the power of control. So they might give you something that they expect much more back. They're trying to hook you. They're trying to got emotional. They have zero guilt about their behavior. They have a very shallow emotions. They do love bombing, so they can buy you a lot of things. You to think, oh my God, it's the best woman in the world. She's so, or best man in the world. They'll be very flattery. They'll tell you so many compliments. They're mirroring your behavior. You know, they know the techniques. They're reading these books, special books, what to do, how to appear, how to get them more women or the more men, how to them to fall in love with me because I want more. I want to have a lot of choice. And they will be kind only if it got benefit. And you can identify they have a limit. So they give you crumbs after that, and they're trying to receive much more, telling you, well, remember, I was very kind with you, yeah, but you're going to pay me 5-10 times more. These people are very successful. They might be very successful, but at times, hopefully, disappearing because we know we can recognize them much faster. We have to learn because they're dangerous people. It's not so many historically actually in human actually was much more, but on the time is very easy human could easily killed. The people, this type of people, usually being killed by average human being because of being so nasty. And in the dark times, medieval times, actually all this Machiavellian, because time was very dark and there was a lot of them. So this dark kindness was around. But the human done a great job. They just kill them one by one. And as a result, we have only 1 to 4% of them. So they're high risk people. They look like kind and fair, but they are not. Now let's talk how we can identify this kindness and what we need to look at to identify and spot this fake kindness in 5 seconds. So train. I can recommend you to learn more and less maybe podcast or some body language, because body language is the things we can read other person and know more, collect more information about this person. So first of all, is a face, is a smile, is stiff and eyes are cold. That's why, ladies, it's very important to have a spark in your eyes. We're always trying to have a different makeup, but then you see person in real life is different. That's why don't look on social media. It's very hard. We can say a lot, even on the social media, than to a person really smiling or when they have a Botox. And aesthetic medicine is a different topic in here because it's sometimes very hard to identify is this person smiling or not, are they cold or real. But of course it's wrinkles around the eyes, this side. Even if the Botox, with age you can see the wrinkles still forming, yeah, because I can't go very, very close. And you see, is that person truly kind to you or not? Actions is their words and inconsistent behavior. You know, these people, some people, true manipulators, they like to do a surprise or unpredictable behavior. So they're not creating this consistency. They can have surprise. So they're consistent. I don't know where it will be because I don't know when I will be tomorrow. Very spontaneous, you know, they're spontaneous things. They text you irregularly. They get colder, closer to you, and then they disappear. Ooh. Everything is inconsistent is a red flag. Yes. So your inconsistent behavior, you're showing that you're warm and then you pull back, you're very hot and passionate and then you disappear. So, or you have a bipolar and is already medical condition and then you're scared you need treatment and not really safe for society as well. And or you are manipulator, dark kindness and lower kindness, and that sort of thing. So consistency here is key. If you're kind, You'll be kind. If you're available, you always will be available. And if you're not available, and they pretend I will be available, give you little crumbs of my availability, but you would never know when I'll be available. And then I'm gonna get all the benefits, because you have to believe me that I will be available, because I'm not consistent. That is a red flag. So consistency, inconsistent behavior. Today I love you, tomorrow I hate you, tomorrow I'm kind, tomorrow I'm not kind. So is, first of all, or is severe high neuroticism. So there is a big deal with central nervous system, or they're manipulators, villains, narcissists, and dark kindness. There's something wrong with that. So if you experience that, or you notice you are like that, and you're trying to find excuse, because of my menstrual cycle, because of my hormones behavior, like, no. I can tell you it's not because of your hormones. Hormones might play as an excuse for you, but when the hormones playing there, you might feel sad. You might feel a little bit calmer than usual, but you still be consistent with your behavior. You might be a little bit slower or a little bit faster, but you still will be consistent. You don't lose your identity. If you're losing your identity, so that was already some sort of special diagnosis, and is not about health, longevity, or healthy living. Yeah, so don't try to explain. So you need to control your actions. You're human. If you act inconsistently, or your friends, your family, or something act inconsistently, that is a huge red flag. Safety. And safety here, this is our instinct, our gut feelings. Your body feels tense or alert. Everything is good. Everything looks like they force kindness or dark kindness, as everything is great, is amazing, but something inside is something not right. So listen to this gut feeling, yeah, because lymphatic system is super fast in responding and give us a signal, something here is wrong, I can't relax, I don't feel peace. But if it's peaceful, relaxing, if it's make you in ease, that's a great sign. Yeah, so this is something, because you know it's always peaceful, it's always predictable. Or if you do something and have a reaction, you know, if I do this, there'll be XYZ reaction. If your brain can predict, because our brain loves prediction. I'm making a step, I'm not going to fall. I'm going to make a step, I'm not in danger. And this prediction, your brain experience that and confirming day by day by day by experience, knowing this person is always consistently good things happening. But if I do bad thing, oh, here is a bad thing, don't do bad thing. Oh, I've done again bad things sometimes, to check, oh, again there's boundaries there, oh, it's other, I'm not going to do this anymore. But I know if I do this, XYZ will follow. And consistency here is crucial and important for everyone, for parents, relationships, friendship, environment, your work environment, yeah? And of course, the timing, consistency. Consistency is not collapsing when you say no. Then if you can't meet, if you can't do something, and there is no reward after that, then people will be still kind to you. And your no or not availability occasionally not going to disappear, and they still will be kind. So your unavailability, your no, they're so patient, they're so low neuroticism, they can wait, they're not creating drama because of a lot of things. It's great stuff. So you can, first of all, fastly identify, and I think by this action you can record your own action and understand, where are you? Who are you? You know, because some people are really proud, and a friend of mine, sometimes very proud, they're so inconsistent. They are surprised, and they even don't realize that actually they are a psychopath and a sociopath. The behavior inconsistent, their behavior is not kind, and this is red flag. And then it's up to you already. Would you like to continue to see these people, or you're stepping back and close your door, create your boundaries and say no? Or you're consistent, or I know what to expect from our friendship, or I prefer to end it. This is one of the most powerful tools we have to practice, and I'm inviting you to learn about it, practice and identify yourself and your environment, how much kindness you're there, and what we can do to rebuild this kindness. See, I'm watching you, I see what's going on, and I watch after myself. I record my actions, I have a camera, or I can collect and ask my friends how consistent I am, what I'm doing, etc. Okay, why kindness is collapsing today? Because we have chronic anxiety, they have less empathy, they overwork and they burn out, and no energy left. And of course, it's nutrition. We know that we have a lot of information going on at the moment with wrong food. We live in a city, and the city is overwhelmed, overpopulated. We have a lot of people. Wherever we go, again, is plenty of people, and we get overwhelmed, and our nervous system is well triggering some sort of inflammation and danger response. We have digital toxicity. This has become normalized. We have a loneliness epidemic, and loneliness is more dangerous than smoking 1 pack of cigarettes a day. And because we're trying to protect ourselves, because we get overwhelmed. They're going to the train, they're going to the shopping centers, or going somewhere. We get overwhelmed because too many people is too much really for us. Economic insecurities. It's very hard to find jobs if you're in employment. We know now to go from all the security checks, sometimes you need to wait for months before you can find a job. So you need to have quite good savings in terms of you're losing your job. The change in it becomes scarcity mindset, and kindness fall apart. As I told you before, this learned kindness, 60 to 70%, if something goes wrong, they become quite cruel. And now we don't know. A lot of people come to me, I don't know if my contract will be prolonged or not. So people living for a few months under stress and anxiety. Would I have a job? Or my contracts will be over and I wouldn't get signed for another year. And every single year, people under the stress because the new law, new changes, new regulation, new tax, new, it's constantly something happening worldwide in terms of politics and the changes, and then people under constant alert, they might lose everything today. So we need to learn how we can adapt to these changes fast enough. We have to be flexible, and we should learn how to manage this stress, because as stress and everything is going to us in our environment have a very cruel effect. They get overwhelmed, makes the average person short-tempered and make them angry. As a result, this 10%, 15% of kind, naturally kind, they will stay. But it's not enough. It's not enough to live in the world, into the society, and only 1 out of 10 is kind. And they already notice maybe the kind people nowadays, they need to hide. They hide in a way because they have a hunting. Oh, you're kind, you are giving, I can get something out of you. And 9 people attacking this one. And bless him, if you're kind, naturally kind, what you will do, you will hide, close all the doors and say, no, I'm not available, I'm just simply not going out. Because the hunters, they're going out and they're stressed. There is this kindness, they want this kindness, everybody wants kindness. Everybody wants an easygoing person that we can agree things, that they told you things and they do that they promise, they agree and they follow their agreement. And is easygoing, you can predict what's going to happen. Everybody likes that. But they're not the same. Yeah, they like it, but they're not giving the same thing to the kind person. Yeah, so they promise you and they don't deliver. And the kind of person then think, okay, I deliver, I'm done X, Y, Z, but you're inconsistent. You're not available for me. You're not by my side because you have so many things going on and I need to listen for you, explain, without understanding that kind person also have things going on, but they're still there. They're still in front of your door. They're still available. They still reply to your message. They still pick up your phone or do things for you. Yeah, because they're organized and they're patient. Brain switches from connection to survival mode. Yeah, and these people, they used to be kind, they turn it into the hunters, into survival, trying to catch the things, yeah? And that is what happened right now. They're getting very isolated, and if you're going out, it's full of anger, hunters, maybe people trying to sell you, trying to mislead you, trying to tell you, everybody trying to get the peace from each other. So it's like parasite in the right society. As a result, there's a lot of stress and low patience. Did you notice now I have zero tolerance? Zero tolerance. And it's everywhere so they have a zero tolerance. So it's the high neuroticism. If you're saying I have a zero tolerance, I'm not going to understand you, what situation you have. I understand only myself, and I have zero tolerance to you. Yeah, man. If you behave X, Y, Z, I have zero tolerance. Zero. Yeah. I'm psychopathic. I have problems as well, and I have zero tolerance. Love myself. I love myself. I choose myself, and I don't care about you. You have a zero tolerance. And the society with zero tolerance, to understand the zero tolerance message, says a lot about society. It's a zero tolerance. There's nothing there. The neuroticism is sky high. Whatever gonna be, you'll be arrested, you'll be punished, nobody even trying to understand what's going on. It's nothing about kindness, it's about the penalty. If you're gonna live in society with zero tolerance, and this is what they see in social media, if you say something, you get blocked. What did I have? A zero tolerance. They heard something, they don't know, I heard the word, and this is terms and conditions, 20-page long there, and they change in these terms and conditions every second day because law changes, and they have a zero tolerance, and if you don't follow that, you'll get blocked. And this is zero tolerance only increasing the stress, is avoidance and withdrawal for people, yeah? And don't be proud that you have zero tolerance, that you're not gonna, you don't have a patience, then you don't try, you have a low empathy, and you try to understand why this person acting this way, because you love so much yourself. And this is a tendency, it's a killer. If you see this message, we have a zero tolerance, or I choose myself, you have too much baggage, you have too many problems, I don't want to listen, I need only positive emotions because I can't tolerate. So if you can't tolerate, if you can't listen, if I have zero tolerance, well, be with the people with the same zero tolerance, and the people who has a tolerance, who have empathy left empathy, who can't understand you, who still have some sort of patience, tolerance, they have a lot of stress, resilience comparison to these people have zero tolerance. Keep it and be really careful, and avoid the people saying if you have a zero tolerance, you have to take a cold shower every single morning and tolerate. If you have zero tolerance, there's a lot of things telling you about your personality. What is your condition right now? Why you're so low in empathy, and why they're promoting this? Why you're promoting this punishment? If you're not staying in the line, yeah, and you'll half step and you'll half your wheel in the yellow line, have zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. You'll be punished now. We're going to punish. We were stuck. We were stuck to kindness going to disappear, empathy, understanding, the boundaries of being rational disappearing, and people get mad and crazy, and these 60-70% who potentially could be absolutely kind, nice people, turning into anxiety, depression, bipolar disease, and mental health of these people going sky high. And as a result, they have this zero tolerance, they have this zero neuroticisms sky high up, and the kind people with 10% hiding away because they're thinking, oh my God, they have zero tolerance. They will be punished, whatever you do, because they don't even want to try and understand. They don't have empathy. They don't understand that other person might go through what can happen. Okay. High stress level, low patience, zero tolerance, low empathy, and the people get very proud of this. I don't need that. I choose myself. This is all social media, all these relationships falling apart because I don't need your problems. Yeah, man, go sort out yourself. I choose myself. I'm good without you. I will be better there. So or have a more interesting things, or you calculate your strategies and your brain constantly try and calculate what will be more beneficial for you because your tolerance and empathy disappear. Well, I only can say I'm really sorry if you're surrounded by that type of people, or you are that type of that type of person, and careless. Careless means you don't care about feelings of your loved ones or society where you're based, and you don't step in, you don't try to change it. Yeah, it's like we all need to be a little bit more patient, understand people, and explain this. The word problems isn't cruelty, is exhaustion. Yeah, and the fake promises and the fake understanding of kindness. Yeah. So why kindness is crucial in basic of lifestyle medicine? Because kindness is lower cortisol, lowers blood pressure, reduce inflammation. Of course, by definition, if you have a lot of inflammation, if you're ill, if you have these biomarkers, your kindness will go down, down, and down. So you get more irritations, and of course your pro-inflammatory biomarkers alert in your brain. So I'm talking a lot about it, neurotransmitters, your and cortisol and insulin resistant, and your sugar and energy, because you energy deprived. Your brain calmness and resilience required a lot of energy, because you need to think about 1,000 possibilities why you calm down, because you know, well, why you should be worried. I'm secure, I know it's going to happen, you know. And this required good health. Without good health, without good biomarkers, good nutrition, physical activity, good sleep, and all these packaged together, don't even think about kindness. It's not going to happen. So that's why if you want to rebuild the kindness, we need to start step by step, have a proper examination assessment. Where is this root of the problem? Because the root is not only one big root, yeah, so it's a lifestyle together, but then I have a lot of different roots. Where to start? You know, and lifestyle medicine helping with a good assessment. When I offer this assessment, if a good assessment, we can find where to start, what is your priority, and how you can make reasonable steps be kinder, you know. And this is your nutrition, is energy, environment, your addiction, so many different things. All that strengthens your immune system and your response to this stress. You're from zero tolerance, you're going, I can tolerate so much. I'm so strong, I'm so healthy, I don't mind, I can help. I don't mind, I can see, yeah, you're a psychopath, you are this, you are that. I'm fine with that. I'm not scared of psychopath because I see through, and I'm resistant, much stronger than you are. Because these people, they were weak. They get it only because of their manipulation. They usually have a very poor health. Psychopaths, they're usually not really healthy people, you know, and they die as well much faster because that is not healthy, and organisms still, microbiomes, and in general pathology they developed already for years, being mean person. There is, because society doesn't like him. There's no kindness, and actually they die usually as rats. So, kindness improves relationships and creating this long-term health. And kindness, of course, is a signal that you're healthy. The science, your nervous system runs your kindness. And as I said, kindness collapsing that when we are not well, when we have something's going on, then there's signals. It might be obesities, nutrition, gut inflammation. It might be so many different things. Disbalance. So we need to find where it's come from. Maybe you sleep deprived. Maybe alcohol. Maybe so many different. I have so many different questions to say. It's very hard. We need to find what killing your kindness is. Biological biomarkers as well, emotional regulation and empathy access. Are you surrounded by kind people? Do your family, I don't know, your friends, your society, culture, do you live based by your values? So many questions I would like to ask you. The sleep, nutrition, movement, influence, your calm body. Do you practice meditation? Do you practice forgiveness? Do you act as a kind person? Do you practice this kind behavior? Because dysregulated body, having dysregulated reactive and harsh behavior as a result, and kindness begins with physiology, yeah, not morality. So we need to be healthy first. And so that's why lifestyle medicine and healthcare professionals here that are so important. And if you know you have some sort of health issues, you're likely to be more mainly this weapon age of 40, 50. And we need help, we need support. Artificial intelligence usually is not good enough. So that's why healthcare professionals as well, I invite all healthcare professionals stepped in and help to make this world better and kinder again, because together we can do it. Boundaries and the secret ingredients of real kindness. Kindness is about boundaries and resettlement. So we need to understand that kindness has a limit and should have very strict boundaries. Boundaries is to protect energy, to protect our well-being, our health, time, and identity. Real kindness requires self-respect, so we need to know and to say no to these, identify these cruel people, dark kindness or fake kindness or forced kindness. We should be able to learn, identify, regardless, you're naturally kind, gifted kind, or you learned it, or you're in a journey to control yourself and become a better version of yourself. Saying no with warmth is still kindness. It's a boundary. It's to say, I'm not interested in what you offer. I'm not responding to your harshness or to your mean arguments. And boundaries make kindness sustainable, and boundaries as well. If somebody telling you no, probably tomorrow still will be no. And even once, if you're able to manipulate and you're this dark, kind person is not on the flow, probably it was one-off and the person will regret and done a mistake, and what happens. Okay, let's talk about habits. How we can improve our kindness, improve ourselves, and become better version of ourselves. We need to do daily one micro kind gesture. Emotional regulation practice is a breathing, it's a pause, it's to be in the present. Of course, it's a fear explorer, identify your fears and explore voluntarily. So I'm scared of that and I'm going to explore micro exposure to these because I need to be more resilient. Everything I was scared the most, tiny little micro exposure, because less fear you have. Remember, the kind person is literally a fearless person. They're not scared of you. They're not scared of psychopaths. They're not scared of sociopaths because they're so resilient to that. They're much stronger. They can cope everyone. And this is the power of a kind person. Yeah, so you can't really break them. They're unbreakable. So to be unbreakable, you should say, I'm not scared of you. Yeah, you might be psychopath. You're welcome. Come in. I'll still be kind to you. I can see you're probably psychopath. You probably have XYZ. You're probably not gonna call, you're not gonna support, you're not gonna be around. Then I'll be in trouble. I will need you the most. You just disappear, you vanish away. You be in avoidance mode and say you are avoidant. But I still not scared of you. I still can talk to you, and because I'm stronger. And this is the kindness, the strength of the kindness, yeah? So we need to rebuild it. And don't be fear of these people. Somebody can come and take something out of you. If it happens, you know, you will get something new, and the destiny is confidence, if you like, yeah? So reduce digital toxicity, because the more information you get, more and more fear, and this is decluttering. So have less because that will protect you as well, and have less fear what you're gonna lose, you know, because you have less. Yeah, and you enjoy less. Minimalism in these terms is an amazing tool for kindness, because you just enjoy less. You select with to truly comply your values, because you live by your values, you know your values, And there's not so many values, you know. You have to list your 3 maximum 5 values, and they go during your lifetime, depends on your role, then what stage of your life you're entering, and they're all change, and your values as well. My slightly outer, goes number 1, number 2, number 3, you know, but they will be plus minus in the same bucket, the same ingredients in your bucket. Build 1 safe relationships. Your life partner or your partner is number 1 predictor of your kindness, and this is a person you should be the kindest and the kindest and the kindest. This is the person very important. Is nothing predict more but your longevity, but your wellness. So if you decide to change, become a better version of yourself, is like left and right leg. If you don't have it, you're on standing on leg. You might be stable for a while, but you will not perform as well. You don't feel that good. You're still something missing, isn't it? So that's why relationships, and build 1 safe relationship that you are kind, and this is consistency in your actions. Both of you consistent with your actions, and you can build this relationship. Congratulations. It's an amazing step. And remember, they all should be, don't be alone, and they all should go to make sure and work on it, sustainable relationships, and replace venting into solution talk, agreeableness. So you should be able to agree here and now. You have disagreement, learn this. We're not going to out. No, we're not going to say see you tomorrow. No. And this is a practice. I'll be back to you tomorrow. This is no. You're not going to back to me tomorrow. We're going to resolve it now. And this agreeableness, we not forcing, they're making any conflict and conflict resolution now and here. And this is a kindness. Kind person, not getting angry for you tomorrow or after tomorrow or after tomorrow, still angry with you, not talking to you, avoiding. No. Kind person, this is a kindness. This is definition by kindness. You can agree with a kind person. Kind person, they have a conflict, something disagree, and they agree. The conflict sorted, and tomorrow they love each other, they're friendly. New conflict arrived, it's okay, but we're gonna resolve it, and they agree. That's why we're agreeable, because it's easy to agree in terms. I agree on the project, I agree on the roles and responsibilities, on commitment. They say, I will be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and they will be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock because it's agreed. It's easy. But if let me think about it, I'll come back to you. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not after tomorrow. Yes, I told you I will be back to you tomorrow, but I didn't come back to you tomorrow because something happened. Something happened more important, and I forgot about. I didn't forget about you. I think you're not important to me, and I'm gonna see how you're gonna act. And this is not agreeableness. You're a rat. You know what? Rat, snake, whatever you want to call, and you're far away, super far away from kind person. So that's why try to agree things. If you disagree, try to agree until you agree. This should be habit. And kind people, you notice that is very easy. It's a very light process. That's why everybody likes kind people around, but one at a time. Everybody wants to be friends with them because it's so easy. They come to you, they do that, they promise, they're by your side, isn't it? It's so amazing, it's so great. So be that person and get that. So what killing kindness and how you can kill kind person and what you can do with a kind person, go away from you out of your life, is chronic complaining. Is if you complain it's all the time about everyone at your work and about your country, about the weather, about things, complain and not doing something about it, that's destroying your kindness. Or you're surrounded by full of complaint, that people complaining that they are victims, for example, victim type. They always like to complain if somebody being so bad and they're so good. They complain. Gossiping culture. Gossiping is as well quite mean things when you talk about others, bad things. Of course, communication, culture, and passing information and sharing information is is educational process, isn't it? So we discuss things as good or as bad, but gossiping or deliberate gossiping or spreading gossiping, as of course, is not good. Overwork and no recovery, people who work too much and they don't recover, don't allow themselves, is destroy any kindness, because burn out and resilience goes down, have a less energy. And energy, you can't be. If you don't have a good health, there's no, we can't talk about kindness. Yeah, kindness requires energy. Your brain needs healthy energy supply, healthy mitochondria, healthy body, healthy mind. Everything should be healthy. Your body, yeah, should be healthy. Pornified digital empathy, reacting instead of posing. Yeah, so if you, okay, I said, of course, posing and reacting, when you're overreacting, you know, that yes, agreeableness, they can agree with things, is different about reaction. Then you shout, you scream, you don't control your emotions, then you can't pause, take a deep breath, and you can't talk normally and calmly. And surround yourself with harsh people. You know, this people who are strategic, manipulative, then you think tracking strategies, what to say, how to do, how to manipulate with you, how to make you to believe in them, and they're going to mislead you the whole time, and they're constantly trying to be super, super smart. They believe in they're super smart. No, they're not smart. They're just harsh, not nice. They're rats. They're not nice people. They're just not nice human beings. They're somebody you have to avoid. So, can the average person become a gifted, and they actually go into this, become this 1 in 10? Yes, they can. They've emotional regulation, they've empathy training, they've boundaries regulations, and there's stable environments. It's hard. They should be neuroplastic. They should be available to learn, and of course, patience. You know, this is zero tolerance, and I choose myself. This is not about kindness. Yeah. So if you go your things, I choose myself. Yeah. Like Instagram, like that. Now a super tendency. Love yourself. I choose myself. Have zero tolerance. I don't need your baggage. I don't need your problems. I was such a good mood, and you destroy that. So I don't want to see you. You're responsible for that now. Yeah, it's not about that. Yeah, so it's not about the kindness. So change. Record your behavior. See how you respond. What you do. How agreeable you are, and train it. With a daily training, micro training every single day, you will be able to create this automatic. Sometimes I'm telling you about realistic things, might take you up to 10 years. And of course, then the earlier you started this type of training, more chance to become naturally wise. And wiseness is probably, everybody wants to say, where is this wise professor? Why is that? Is intelligence, high IQ, together with a kindness. So I've discussed the kindness and discussed this wiseness. Usually person with high IQ, they high in neuroticism. High neuroticism is not aligned with the kindness because they're neurotic. Yeah? So that means a super rare person. Then they're super intelligent, so they have very high IQ, and they have a high in agreeableness and low neuroticism. So the different words is super rare combination, because majority of the people with high IQ is super intelligent, they have a super good memory, the brain working here and there, but they're super neurotic, high in neuroticism, and they might be low in agreeableness, that might disagree because we have 1001 idea of you, they're not kind. And here we're talking about super rare combination is a kindness, so it's agreeable, so it's very easy to agree things, they have very high IQ, 130 over, so 125 over already, you'll be quite but gifted from, okay, not about IQ, and they're low neuroticism, they're predictable, they're predictably kind. And these people have a potential, once they grow, going through a very dangerous time in the middle age, 40s and 50s, and by the age of 60s, 70s, there might be this wise person. This is a gift. It's a gift everybody wants to meet in life and be around, yeah? But it's super rare. It's very rare treasure. But this is what exactly when we talk about wiseness, yeah? So can gifted become cruel? Yes. And if you're a gifted person, gifted kind, and your kindness get used, you might be destroyed by trauma, by betrayal, by the burnout, by the chronic stress. by their corruption or being in the wrong place. And if you're truly kind and you notice you're super low neuroticism, low neuroticism is less than 20. If you test the big fives and over 70, around 70, over 60, 70 high, and agreeableness, for example, is different parameters. So be agreeable and low neuroticism. If you're kind, make sure you protect yourself. Protect yourself. So that's why nowadays kind people, they're hiding, because everybody trying to get the part of them little chunk, you know. They're hunters getting super alert, and the kind people just trying to be withdrawing themselves out of stress and protecting their own environment, kind environment, and they're protecting their health. Can the cruel person become kind? It's hard. The truly cruel person can learn. Maximum can become is with daily habits and daily exposure with psychological help. They might be a learned, I would say, normal person. So they will be super good. The environment super good, it will be nice. But then something goes wrong, they maybe can turn into cruel. They require safety, they're super good environment. If they require boundaries, there's a lot of hard work involved. They might see improvement, but not through psychopaths. Sociopaths might be trained, but it takes around 10 years. Again, because rewiring taken a very long time. And around within 10 years, with professional help, the person really need to make real desire to change. So we're talking about narcissism, different type of sociopaths, and a lot of parameters. There's dark triads, isn't it? So these people need to really have a good support, and the family members and themselves to change. Behavior comes church, cognitive behavior therapy here, values, meaning of life, and of course human heart remodeling, and of course this environment. Forced kindness. What is that? Is more and more forced kindness. I think we're living in crucial forced kindness, being forced to be kind, and it can't be forced. It can't be forced no one to be kind. It's not going to work. No. This is a huge mistake. If you're not kind, I'm going to force you to be kind. It's immigration pressure, politeness, safety, and that politeness is a force. You have to be polite. If you're not polite, you get a penalty, you get arrested, or you have to penalty to pay financial because you're not being kind as you should be. For tourism is picking the all around, but they have a different cultures, and they're not always tourists very kind, or they don't know their culture or have respect, not because they're cruel, but sometimes simply from lack of knowledge. Social media as well, branding, empathy. They have a lot of regulations, social media, a lot of bans. Whatever happens, they have a lot of forced kindness. They have to be kind, and the people, they're not living in this society at the moment. Kindness collapsing, but no, we're going to force it, we're going to force it. No! You're going to force it, you're going to fail. Of kindness, you can't force kindness. The terms and conditions apply, and with the cruel measurements as isolation, as a loneliness, you only boost anger, you only boost collapse. This is where you killing even kindness, even raised kindness has been there. Forced kindness burns people out. It's a burnout, it's a stress, it's anxiety, it's a loss of ethnicity, as is everything that lifestyle medicine doesn't want. Everything to kill and create more mental health issue than you can force someone to be kind. You can't force it. You can raise it. You can farm it. We have to farm kindness, not to force kindness. You can't do that. Kindness is a superpower. As I said, kind person, they don't have a fear. They don't have a fear of negative events. They don't have a fear of struggles. They don't have a fear of something can go wrong. They are optimism. So, you know, like they're saying, you know, difference between pessimism, optimism, pessimist. Pessimists say, it's the worst time of my life. And it's, don't be worried, it will be worse, it will be worse. So this is the attitude. Kind person, not scared that the worst possibility might be worse, and he's prepared for that. And be optimistic. They're quite optimistic people, you know. Yes, they're realistic as well, so they need to say yes if you're gonna do X, Y, Z. If it's not gonna it's not gonna work. So kindness is not self, it's a form of leadership, because kindness always win, because much stronger than the most cruel psychopath. Kind person resisted, because usually a kind person have much more agreeableness, and psychopath usually not agreeable person, and they have a very low neuroticism. Psychopath is on my below, but usually because of agreeableness, kind person high in agreeableness, psychopath not. Yeah, and this agreeableness wins because they have a very low, very calm, but they can agree, and psychopaths can't. That's why kind person always win. Kindness always win the darkest evil. Yeah, so that's why I was saying kindness always, and then this is a key ingredient here, is agreeableness and low neuroticism. Yeah, and psychopath, they are low on agreeableness and also might be low or high. Yeah, very high neuroticism, going to kill everyone, you know, that's crazy. And a low neuroticism psychopath, they're very cruel and they're dangerous one. But again, they're going to lose to kindness because of agreeableness of kind person. So kindness always is, if you're saying who's going to win, kindness or cruelty, kindness always going to win. Yeah. So that's why learn this, to be kind, to be resistant to the most cruel evil. Learn how to be kind. Practice it. Be resilient. Don't be scared to face with the worst evil, because when you know you're kind, you know you're going to win. You're so resistant, you're agreeable, and you have much more tools comparison to the worst evil in this earth. Yeah, of course, be reasonable. Yeah, but in general, your true kindness is going to win. So kindness is not rare, it's a trainable, so you can train with, first of all, you need a good health. Secondly, you need to have a right practicing daily exposure, kindness, and as I said, there's a lot of things, it's a quite big, long protocol all together. Your nervous system decides how kind you are, and you have to be able to control, to understand and control your life, take care of your health. And here's lifestyle medicine, stepping in. A kind world starts with emotional safety, yeah, and for the good health. Without good health, it's not gonna, yeah. Health goes down, mental health goes down, and the kindness will go down. To rebuild the kindness, they need to improve our general health. If you're not gonna, as I said, our organism sending through very dangerous signals of inflammation to the brain, and this is anxiety, yeah, and then depression, because depression is already nothing gonna help. There's no light in the tunnel, yeah, and the brain already understands that it is there is no exit, and that's it. I'm getting depressed now, yeah. Today, choose become 10% better, and making the step. Resilience. Yeah, your patience. Be patient, it's a long journey. It's no quick fix in that. No, even to the assessment, a design assessment is 1 week just to do the assessment, to understand where we need to go. So many questions, because it's that lifestyle medicine, to do this job is very, very complex. There's a lot of things in there. So I wish you all, every single day, become healthy and better version of yourself. Work on your kindness. See and notice kindness, force kindness, and over category, and put the people in the right boxes and do the right thing, and boost this kindness in your environment, and the world will be a better place. Together, we can beat every single evil in the world, because kindness always wins. Have a good day.